So this is how you set up a three-point light system. A three-point light system just helps add more depth to your scene and makes the scene look more lively. So one of the main factors for setting the light system is having a place to plug them in. So right down here we have an electrical outlet, and then in my hands I also have an extension cord. Extension cord will be really helpful since it just has more outlets, and since we have 3 lights and those only have 2 outlets, we need more space. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. And then this can just be set on the ground. And then I will go ahead and set up the lights. Alright, so those are all the tripods set up, and now to set up the actual lights plus the cords. Alright, so now to set up the actual lights. The lights are in these tiny little bags right here. Each one has 1 light, so 1 light per tripod. So to set up one of these lights, you're going to take a light, you're going to take a tripod, then all you will do is just put this part on top of this little gold part right here on the tripod, and then all you will do is rotate it clockwise until it is screwed on. And then just like that, you have a light. Now you're going to repeat this process with the other 2 tripods as well. So now that all your lights are set up, now we're going to plug them in. So first you're going to take your extension cord and you're just going to plug it in. And then you're going to take the shorter end here and then just insert it right underneath the camera. And then just like that, we have our light. Alright, so over here you have your key light. This is the main light that's going to illuminate the scene. It's just the main light that you got to keep track of. Over here is the fill light. This just helps add more depth to the scene. And then there's 1 more light to cover as well. And then down here you have our backlight. This is just to kind of illuminate the area behind the subject and just give it a little bit more depth. Alright, so now we're going to turn on all the lights. So now that the light is on, there's a couple settings to keep in mind. The color is preset to the camera, so you can't really change the warmth on the light, but you can change how bright and how dim the light is. So if I want the light to be just more dim, I can turn it down. And if I want it very bright, then I can just crank this up all the way to 100%. And that is super bright for 1 light, so I'm going to turn this back down. Another cool way to make your scene come to life is by adding color gels. You can put these on the inside of the light and it'll make the light assert whatever color is inserted. So to add in the gel, all you're going to do is just put this right on the inside of the light and then just screw this back on. And just like that, the light is now blue. Alright, so now we have our scene set up on the table. This is what it looks like before the lighting. And this is what it looks like with the lights. So our key light is blue, our fill light is that red shade coming in from the left, and then our backlight is just kind of bringing out more of the shadows. It's more dim, so it's not as prominent, but it is still there. And so this is what the scene will look like from behind the scenes. You have your subject, you have your backlight, you have your fill light, and then you'll have your key light right here. And that is how you set up a 3-point light system.